Russia on Friday accused 6 British diplomats of spying and said it decided to expel them. This announcement that comes as tensions between Moscow and the West grow during an intensified push by Ukraine to loosen restrictions on using weapons provided by the US and Britain to strike Russia. Russia's Federal Security Service said in an online statement that a decision was made to withdraw their accreditations, and Russian state TV quoted an official from the security service known as the FSB as saying a decision was made to expel them. The UK said the expulsions took place last month. The move comes as Prime Minister Keir Starmer visits Washington for talks with President Joe Biden that will include Ukraine's request to use Western-supplied weapons against targets inside Russia. Starmer said on his way to the US that Britain does not seek any conflict with Russia. Russia started this conflict. Russia illegally invaded Ukraine. Russia could end this conflict straight away, he told reporters. The FSB said it received documents indicating that the diplomats were sent to Russia by a division of the UK Foreign Office, whose main task is to inflict a strategic defeat on our country, and that they were involved in intelligence gathering and subversive activities. Based on these documents and in response to numerous unfriendly steps by London, the Russian Foreign Ministry withdrew the accreditation of the diplomats, the FSB said, without identifying them. It warned that if other diplomats are found to be carrying out similar actions, the agency will demand early termination of their missions to Russia. Russian state TV said in a report that the 6 diplomats had met with independent media and rights groups that have been declared foreign agents, a label the Russian authorities have actively used against organizations and individuals critical of the Kremlin. Britain called the allegations against the diplomats completely baseless. It said the expulsions happened weeks ago, linking them to Britain's decision in May to revoke the credentials of an attaché at Moscow's London embassy and to impose a 5-year time limit on all Russian diplomats in Britain. In May, the UK expelled Russia's defense attaché in London, alleging he was an undeclared intelligence officer, and closed several Russian diplomatic properties in Britain that it said were being used for spying. About a week later, Russia reciprocated and expelled Britain's defense attaché. Although it was made clear that breaking off diplomatic relations with the UK is not on the table right now. Expulsions of diplomats, both Western diplomats working in Russia and Russian diplomats working in Western countries, have become increasingly common since Russia invaded Ukraine in February 2022. Russian news outlet RBC counted last year that Western countries and Japan expelled a total 670 Russian diplomats between the beginning of 2022 and October 2023, while Moscow expelled 346 diplomats in response. According to RBC, it was more than in the previous 20 years combined. Do tell us what you think about this video in comments section and subscribe for more news updates.